Alright. Well, this has been a journey since I was given this car. I believe 5 years ago. I have rebuilt this carburetor myself 2 times, I believe. My uncle rebuilt it once, and I had another guy rebuild it once. I'm done with it. I know it's the original carburetor, but I am not. I want to be able to drive my car. I don't want to deal with it. I want to be able to get in this car at any given point, hit the key, and fire it up. So, you cannot get this carburetor now. This carburetor was obsolete. In fact, I bought the last of the rebuild kits that we have found in the United States. When he said he had, I think it was 3 located, I said, get all 3. We have used all 3. So, I am going to put a brand new Edelbrock carburetor on it. And now you're going to ask about the 2-barrel intake. Yeah, I can get a 4-barrel intake for it. The problem is, the cheapest one I've found was $1,800. Yeah, I can't afford that. But I found this adapter plate from Mr. Gasket in the bottom of one of my toolboxes. I've probably had this, oh man, probably back in late 80s, early 90s. No, I think it'll work just fine, as long as I can get the bolt patterns the same. And it looks like they are the same, so I want to do that, and I want to do a little bit of brake work. I would like to drive my car. Well, guys, I'm feeling a bit better this morning. I ended up having to push it inside. It's raining. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms. That'll work. I can still get stuff done. A little dark. I wish I had my big light from the shop here. That's alright. We'll get her done. Alright, I guess the first thing is to get the linkages unhooked. And I'll just put these over here where I'll forget where they're at and spend 2 hours looking for them again. That's all right. Or they'll fall and I'll lose them. One way or the other, I'll have trouble with it. I hate mechanicking. Man, look at that. Yeah, something definitely inside that carburetor is messed up. Accelerator pump is locked. That thing don't even want to move. Okay. Looks like a 9/16. And maybe a 5/8. I better check that phone. Okay. Get this one off there. I'll save that little clip. I don't know how it's going to work on the new carburetor, but I might end up modifying this heat lever to work better. Okay. Pop that vacuum off. Throw that over here where it blends. Let's see. Let's see if grabbed the wrong wrench. Let's see if we can get some fuel leaking everywhere. I doubt it. Oh, come on. Feels good to work on my own car for a change. Even though it is Miyagian. Not much of a Miyagi, but see. Don't like mechanicking. Yeah, no fuel come out. Interesting. I know it's got a new fuel pump. I put that on there. No room, but there's still more room than new cars. Come on. Can't see you. Where am I going to put these? Put them right there. I think I got everything loose. Nope. Something's on. Crankcase breather. There we go. All right, there's that. Oh boy, that booger's on there. There we go. Man, it'd be so nice to be able to just hit the key in this thing and go anytime I want. It's only been 5 years. Every time I go to start this thing after it's set for a day or so, I've had to prime the carburetor and then play with it for a little bit till it flows out, fills the bowl. I'm hoping after I do this, it'll be good. Kind of wondering why no fuel come out when I unhooked the fuel line. I'm not much of a mechanic, but I would think it would leak there. I don't know. Alright. Get this adapter plate put on here. Wait a minute here. I gotta get some little bitty washers. I'll be right back. Alright. Limited equipment here, but I found something that'll work. Alright. At least I hope it'll work. I got a better selection of washers and bolts and all that stuff at the shop, but I ain't out there. All right, I get them snugged down. We're just about ready to set that carburetor. Come on, let go. Now, I hope I got room to get them bolts up through the body. Yeah, I should have plenty of room. Might have to do something funky with the ventilation. Let's see, maybe run it up above the coil, because the carburetor will be right there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Get my gaskets, bolt, and carburetor. Alright, it took me a little bit to figure out what I was going to do, because the bolts that came in the package did not fit correctly. So I got it figured out, but it took me a few minutes. Let me get this carburetor set down on here. Come on now. I know you fit, I just had you on there. There you go. I'm gonna have to do something with the vacuum port, because on these carburetors here, it's on the front. And you should be able to take it out and put it on the back, but I could not get it to come loose. No big deal. I'll just go get me a new hose, and the vacuum port will be on the front of the carburetor instead. There we go. I'm using the original studs that were in the intake with a nut on the bottom and a nut on the top. There we go. Come on, get down on there. Ooh, hope I got enough room for a breather. I didn't even give that a thought. Come on, there you go. I've got some 4-barrel breathers, but you guessed it, they're at the shop. And I'm not at the shop, so no. Here I'm working over top of myself. Dang it. Two-wheel cart's trying to attack me over here. Okay. So far, everything looks like it is gonna line up just fine. It's just there ain't much headroom here. And I'm not running without a breather. So I will have to figure something out on that. Dang, Dolly, you're going to go outside here in a second. Trying to take out my ankles. This bolt here, I got a little gum in the threads. That's okay. I get it. These carbs, I've got two of them identical here. Customer bought them, put them on his car, and you can see he never even hooked fuel to them. He decided to go with that Holley EFI junk. He put that on there, had all kinds of problems, and took it back off. It's now sitting on his shelf. He went with two different carburetors. Can't remember the name of them. They come out with so many new names since I was doing this stuff. But I think he went with two 500 CFMs instead of these 650s. He tried to get me to get that EFI stuff. Yeah, I'm done with that stuff. That stuff's nothing but a headache. When it works good. When it don't, you're stranded. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit of fuel hose and a couple of clamps, it looks like. let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do some manipulation of this here choke. No big deal. I want to get it running before I go changing that. Let's see what we got on this side.
Where are you getting your parts at? So Keller's not going to O'Reilly Auto Parts. You're really missing out. A few reasons why. A whole wall of batteries.
That figures. It don't reach. I'm gonna have to get this hooked up and loosen it back here and adjust that forward about half inch. And then the kick down.
And if you're really lazy like me, don't want to come in and pick up your parts, you can just order online. We'll ship them to you. So what are you waiting for? Visit an O'Reilly Auto Parts near you. Ooh, air fresheners, bourbon flavor.
Yeah, the kick down's gonna have to be adjusted the other way.
100, and to be honest, I do. If you remember previously, she didn't quite make it all.
Oh, I'm gonna have to really change that throttle because I gotta be clear up top. Oh, great. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to change that over to a GM style bracket.
But also, let's be realistic. A huge majority of us can't just throw $30,000 out pickup.
Alright, I'm gonna see what I got as far as some bracketry,
Go ahead and overhaul this thing. Bring her right back.
and I'll be back. Well, I'm looking around here,
I think it'd be a nice going to town rig.
and I'm not seeing the bracketry
Can't even drive
that will work.
So we're going to start there, get the brakes working, take her for a spin, make sure we got reliable.
Well, alright, I've been tinkering with this, trying to figure out what kind of bracketry I can use. I'm not sure where this one came from here, but I'm thinking if I take this whole bracket off that has both the kick down and the throttle hooked to it, if I take that off there, I should be able to make this work right in there like that, and that'll be pretty close to in line with where I need to do the whoop whoop. As far as the kick down, I can figure something out with it. First thing I need to do though, I'm gonna get this lever out of my way. Come on. There we go. All right. Get that and set it there so I'll forget about it. Shut the hood on it, you know, lose it, not find it again. Let's see. Where are my needle nose? All right. Let's get that cotter pin out of there. We'll lay that up there too. In the washer. Okay. Now I get that bolt, and it should be one down here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Okay, I'll get those two bolts out of the way, and get that off there. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna need to hook this here too. All right, modification in process. Oh, by the way, I needed a light. It's just too dang dark in here, man. I need 7/16. Tanya got back from taking Tylee to work, and she brought me a sandwich. That was a 1/2 inch. All right. Now the one I can't see should be 9/16. Because that's actually an intake. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh. That's probably been on there since day one. Hey, get back up there. All right. She brought me a sandwich. I'm not used to eating this early in the morning. Now that that stuff's out of the way, I should unhook this battery. Alright. Now that that stuff's out of the way, I can see what I need to do. Oh, that's going to be fun, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Great. Where is that bracket? Right there. Well, that almost fits right there. Almost. Not quite. The problem is my cable's too short. Let's see if I can feel how that's attached down there. Okay. Bet I'm gonna have to get a universal throttle cable. Yeah, that's the issue with doing this kind of stuff. Let's see. Alright, let me do some thinking here. Okay, I've been tinkering with this thing for a little bit now. Will you stay there? Come on. Right there. Can you see me? Okay. This is the factory bracket right here. I need it up about right there. And then when I pull this out, like so, you still can't see. When I pull this out, I am still just a fuzz short. And I've got to figure out how to attach this here. I think what I need to do on this, well, come on, let go. Okay. I think what I'm gonna have to do on this is either do a standoff with the top part at a slight angle, or see if I can't modify this, come up and over. I don't have very many tools here to be able to do that, so that stud just presses in there. Let's see if I bend that. Let's get this setting in place. If I straighten that bend, bring it up, and then I bend it from this point up, down, that's going to put this at a slight angle and raise it up, hopefully enough. I got to knock that stud out and then figure out what I got around here that I can flatten that out with and rebend it. It'd be nice if I had the brake press here, or at least my vise. As far as the kickdown cable or kickdown rod for the transmission, that's no problem. If I don't have that on there right now, I ain't worried about it. I gotta lengthen it out and get it so it'll reach up here, actually shorten it, because it was up past. When this was full throttle, it wasn't going far enough, so I can cut that down and weld it up. I can take that to the shop and do that. The throttle cable is my main issue right now, though. So let's see. Let me see what I can do about getting that flattened out and moved up. Oh, have you guys been smelling smoke? I mean, other than the Canadian fires. Other than that, you know, I've been thinking, looking at this, I really don't want to modify the factory bracket, just in case I do run across another original carburetor that's in good shape. So that'll go there, somewhere in there like so. This bracket that I was thinking about putting on there, and then I'd have to do another bracket for the kickdown, and then I'd still have to extend linkages and shorten linkage, all that stuff. I'm thinking if I put that back on there and I take this here, this is the throttle cable hold down thingy. I can put that in there like that to hold the cable, right? Are you following me? And then I can come down here and bend this. Put a hole in that. Slide over that. I can bolt this bracket right there. Cut the bottom of this off. And then that'll be up like that. Get my cable. And then the hold down will be there. Get that bolted back on like that. And then all I got to do is figure that out. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to figure this part out, but all right, I think I'm gonna bend this and get that situated. Okay, so gotta do with what you got, right? Okay, I'm gonna bend this about right there. Okay, yeah, I gotta grab a pair of channel locks or something. Be right back. Not much for channel locks, but it's what I got here. Ugh. Okay. Okay. It'd be nice if that was tapped up. I'll use my hammer here. Hey, that was my arm. Okay. There, see, that'll go about like so. I'll put a hole right here. That'll raise it up just enough to get that angle about right. I think I gotta bend it just a little more. That won't work. Let's do it this way. Okay, that'll work. Okay, now I'll figure out where to cut this off. I believe I got a grinder with a cutoff wheel here, but I'll figure out where to cut that off and then mark where my hole goes. Okay, so here's the bracket. I want to put that about like that right there. That's going to step it up that much. And I'd like to step it over just a little bit because this carburetor is just a touch wider right in there this way. So I need to mark right there and put a hole right in here. Well, I'll be darned. I think that worked out good. I cut it just so that lip would hold that from turning. Put the hole in there. Yeah, that'll work just fine as frog hair. Now, I'm gonna grab the clamp, cable clamp here, and see this. I can put a bolt through there. The cable will come through right here, tighten it down. That's fine as frog hair. Awesome. Okay, so now I need to get that bracket put back on there. Get out of the way. There you go. Now see, this is the intake bolt, which doubles as the bracket clamp. So, come on. Alright, there's that. I hope that will work. Okay, let's see if I can get the ratchet down in there somehow. Alright, now put the 1/2 inch on, tighten this one down. Okay, alright, let's see what this will do. Okay, so see that? I'm gonna have to do something with them spark plug wires. Actually, I gotta get this on this side first. Now see that? Right there. Okay. It raised it up fine, but I got my angle wrong. I'm not trying to pull the moon down. Okay. I need to take some of this angle out of it. Alright, back to the drawing board. I'm gonna have to unbolt this bracket, take it over there, flatten it out, and move this point up to drop it down some. Yeah, alright, I'll be back. Alright, let's just check this before we go bolting everything up here. Alright, that can go right there. Yeah, that's more in line. I think I need to put more bend in this, take bend out of this, just to move this tab over just a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Let's get you unhooked so I'll forget you. And have issues starting it, get mad, throw some tools, thinking I done messed something up. You know how that is. And then out of the blue, I'll remember I unhooked the coil. Alright. Feels good to be able to work on my own again. I've only needed to do this for 5 years. Every time I've drove it, I've fought with this thing and fought with it. I love the car. It's an awesome car. It's not a hot rod. It's a cruiser. Can I get that in there? Oh yeah. Okay. Now, to get this up in there again. Whew. Buddy, that rain quit. And it has really gotten humid. All right, now how's this going? Like so. That'll be fine. I don't care who you are, that'll be fine. Let's get this up in here again. Come on. Will you go in there for me? Oh yeah, right there. Now, what did I do with my wrench? That's not a 7/16, is it? Yes, it is. All right. I thought that was a 1/2 inch. I'm just gonna go ahead and, well, that coil wire is in the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that up in there like that. Put that right there. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a socket and get that wrench up underneath. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be real fun. Oh, because I can't see it. Okay. That'll go nowhere. Okay. Let's see. Bring this up. That will be just fine. Okay, so let's figure out the attachment here. Okay, so pull the cable out. And that's about how much I'm lacking right there. It goes right here to here. Okay. Let's see. I need a bracket. To offset. Alright, be right back. Okay, I've been looking at different ideas here. This comes up to about there. So I need the bracket right there. But here is the stud that holds the throttle cable. So if I take this and run it through this way, just like so, I can hook it on there, but I need to step it out. I'm out just a little bit here. It needs to be right there. So I think I'm going to put a bend right here in and over. I can put a hole there and there and bolt this on there. So I did a little bit of modifications to this thing. Let's see. Can I get it lined up? Come on. Right there. You guessed it, I don't have a wrench small enough to fit this thing. Okay. Now see, I put a little bend right here to hold that. I'm gonna have to get a better wrench or something to tighten that up with. But see, this comes up right there. That'll work. Looks like I gotta tweak this just a little bit. Oh yeah, now I should be able to tighten that up once I get a wrench. Dang it. Oh, maybe I do have a small wrench. What size are you? All right, that'll work. Still just not happy with that. Okay, now, where did my thingamajigger go? There it is. Stick this through from the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably get a small bolt. I don't like that. I mean, it ain't going nowhere, but I just don't care for that a whole lot. I gotta run and get some fuel line, so while I'm out I might just give me a small bolt. Actually, probably get 2 bolts and drill through right here with another one, so I got 2 bolts side by side. That ain't good. Hits. Dang it. Well, it looks like I'm gonna end up making this part over again anyways, because the stud hits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to step it over a little bit farther. Great. Okay, so it looks like that has to step out, and then I'm gonna have to move this back bracket over, step that cable this way just a little bit. All right. Okay, I did a little modifications to it here. I bent that bracket to where it'll offset it out some, like that. Okay, that don't look so bad. I'm gonna have to figure something out for stabilization. Hey, look at that. All right. Now, where's my piece? Looks like I gotta tweak that just a wee bit. About like that. Whew. Man, there is a lot to doing this, but I truly think it's the best route to go. All right, where's my wrench? I lost my wrench. Where'd my 7/16 go? It's black. I couldn't see it. It was blending in with the fire or the radiator support. Okay. Those should work. Let's get this up here. Make sure I got free reign of travel. Reach up here and grab my needle nose. I'm gonna go ahead and put this clip back on. If I can find a hole. Where's the hole? There it is. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out where to hook our return spring up now. Let's hook it up right there. Right there. All right. I'm gonna climb in the car. You tell me if it moves it all the way. It feels like it's moving all the way. What did it look like, guys? Did it look like it had full range of travel? Well, that ain't gonna work. Stinking old thing. All right. Well, I'm not exactly sure if this is going to work. Oh, it's going to work. Maybe not with this bolt set up. But it's going to work. If I can just get it operational, I'll be happy. I can make a new bracket once I get it dialed in. Okay, so now I need to figure out the choke, which I'm not too concerned with that right now. I don't drive it in the winter. I need to figure out the vacuum. Let's see. I just got to get a new vacuum hose. That's all that is. And then over on the other side, let's get our Edith lamp out of the way. On this side, I've got to get the fuel line to come up here. Okay. Well, I guess it's a trip to town now. As far as the kick down, I am not worried about it at this point. I can figure that out after I get it up and running. Alright, I guess I'll run to town. I'll be back. What I ended up doing is, I went over to the big block sitting over there, and I stole the fuel hose off of it. Alright, now that'll look about right. We'll get this at least so we're getting fuel. Now it'll fit over it. Come on, get on there. Okay. Man, that humidity jumped. Okay. We have fuel. So the only thing left here, I believe, I gotta look, choke, which like I said, I ain't just too concerned with that. Gotta get the PVC. I don't see any other vacuum lines. Okay. I've got the distributor hooked back up. I mean, I'm still gonna have to run to town so I can get a hose. Shazam. Sam. Alright. I got plugs over there for them. Somewhere. There's one. Where is the other? I know I had them. Get a plug on that vacuum port because I don't need it. And I'll see about the other one. I know I had two laying here. I'll find it. Come on up here. I gotta put a plug over that one, and I gotta get this connected in right there. Other than that, put some fuel down in the carburetor to fill the bowl, and we should be able to fire it up. I've been kind of procrastinating leaving. I figured out that the Chrysler kickdown cable is backwards from the GM. it actually, when you pull the throttle back, the farther it goes, the more it kicks the kick down. So I know I'm gonna have to do some adjustments, but they are both working good. I ended up tightening this down a little bit more. Got my little keyway on there. There it is. I've got to put my little cotter key in here too. All right, now that's, see, right there. There's kick down. I think that should be good. All right. I think I've procrastinated enough. The only thing I know that I need to do now is I need to go get that hose. Otherwise, I'm going to have a massive vacuum leak. I guess I'll go wash my hands and head to the AutoZone. Went to the AutoZone and got me a hose. Let's see, how am I going to run this? About like that. Ah, great. He gave me the wrong one. Dang it. Sure did. Thanks, AutoZone. Well, I can put a hose clamp on them and tighten that down. This is a softer rubber. All right, let me find a couple hose clamps. I'll have to go get the right hose, but I want to hear this thing fire up. Okay. All right. All of that's hooked up. I'm gonna unhook the passing gear so I can listen to it. Drop that down there and get it out of the way. Alright, now I need to get a little bit of fuel to fill that bowl up. That's way too much. Hook the battery back up, that might help. Alright, let's see if she'll fire. Need a little more fuel. Get a little messy here. Okay, well, it is a little cold-blooded. And I think I need to idle it up just a little bit. Well, let's just check that out. Looks like I'm gonna have to put this up through here, so that means the carburetor is gonna have to come back off. I guess I could have looked at that before. Let's give it a little bit more idle here. Let's see what it'll do again. Okay, now what's going on here? That choke. When the engine's starting to warm up, it ought to idle. See if we can't choke it out with this itty bitty breather. exhaust leak. Man, that carburetor, I think it's going to make this thing come alive. Needs some valve cover gaskets too. Both sides are leaking. You're gonna have to get the donut gasket for the other side. Valve cover gasket. Looks like about it. All right, it's been sitting here about 20 minutes. Let's see how she fires up. We'll take her down the road and back. Uh-oh. let's look at the engine. Well, that didn't go as planned. And I have a feeling, I got a feeling, I know what it is. Fuel pump's bad. Find time to go out. Yep. Dang it. Oh, that sucks. Either the fuel pump's bad or the filter's clogged. And I would chance to say the filter's clogged. Because it's coming out that way. Well, I don't know. It's coming out both ways, so. Well, that sucks. It took me 2 weeks to get that last fuel pump in. And that one's only, it probably has 100 miles on it. Well, I guess it's done for the day. I could put a clickety-clack on her and just be done with it. I gotta charge that battery up for one. For another, I have no fuel. It's the next step. I'm gonna get a fuel pump, get some valve cover gaskets, donut gaskets. And go from there. But at least I got a carburetor on there. Got to do a little fine-tune adjusting to it, get the choke hooked up. But the carburetor is on there. Need a fuel filler, and I think the pump is weak. Discharging. Alright. Hey, one step at a time and I'll get this thing fixed up.